Eliminate alerted enemies before yeah, we completed that one. And now we still have to fight. There has to be a gunfight, apparently. Dodge next attack, good. Okay, you move over here. Now, first step. You. Excellent. Now. Wow. Great start. Actually, let's do this. Duncan. Inspector key. Alright, get over here. And I guess we do this on that guy. We can kill someone that is all for the best. Okay. You know what, let's just be a little bit more conservative with our drones. Don't know how much more frickin' combat we're gonna have to do. Plus, if we stay close to my character, then we benefit from the grenade arm. Let's do that one. And you died? Good. Yes! Nice! I don't know how I got the, like, my arm made the grenade launcher noise, but I'm impressed. What? 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 Excuse me, sir. But you just did something very strange. You just hit your own guy? For some reason? It's like you went, well, fuck you. If you're gonna do that, I'm just gonna murder you. I got an idea. Not enough AP. Really? Hey, Gobby. Have you considered giving Duncan more AP so he can guaranteed eliminate one of our opponents in one hit? That's such a weird ability in the context of everything else that happens in this game. Let's do this. Yes! Okay, now. Burst fire. Yep. Yep. And then smaller burst. And then you. As the sounds of gunfire die down, Key's eyes lock on the transplus windows that line the western wall of the room. On the other side of the window sits the most impressive armory you've ever seen. Sinister-looking black and yellow vehicles emblazoned with stylized logos sit parked in front of stacked cases of ordnance. A half-track armed with a battery of surface-to-air missiles dominates the center of the room. The vehicles are military-grade, designed for battlefield use, but the insignature of the HKPF adorns each one. Fuck me. That's what Ares is working towards. Enough gear like this, they could stage a coup. In a way, I think that's what they're doing. Look at the insignias on those vehicles, Ranneko. Knight Errant branded police vehicles. Ares regalia on HKPF materiel. And enough firepower to take out half the buildings in Victoria Harbour. Hell, you do the math. They're planning on becoming the new police force. I mean, yeah. That seemed pretty obvious once we knew Ares was involved, but sure. They can pull the police contract from Mitsuhama, maybe even merge it with Knight Errant. When they do that, they'll have total control of security in the free enterprise zone. That's a big change, a new police force on Ares technology. Right, and Ares' first order of business was making Mitsuhama look bad so they could swoop in and take the contract for themselves. Months of police brutality, hundreds of people massacred in the Kowloon City riots, all to help Ares win a fucking contract. If they're already this entrenched here, if they've already gone so far as to rebrand their damned artillery, must be close to making their move. Enough proof to get Mitsuhama off their asses and into the fight? More than enough. We'll have to secure the location first, though. They won't send their own troops up against Ares. The last thing they want to spark off is a corporate war. What are we supposed to do? Clear the place out ourselves? Exactly. If we can secure this warehouse, everyone wins. Mitsuhama gets the evidence. It needs to hold Ares before the executive council. I get back in corporate's good graces. You get your sim back. We just need... Key, are you okay? I'll be fine. Sentence trails off into a low-pitched groan. What's wrong? Everything. I'm seeing double. Can't see straight. I can fight it off. I'll be okay. Just need a second to catch my breath. Well, in other words, she pushes forward. Her face hits the floor with a dull smack. Great. That's just wonderful. What's wrong with her? Yeah. Key struggles to lift her body off the ground, groaning through clenched teeth. Cords stand out on her neck and her temples have flushed nearly purple. She holds herself, trembling like a newborn foal. Try to revive her. You do your best to bring her back to her senses. She's conscious, but borderline incoherent. Her eyes are badly bloodshot and half rolled back onto her skull. Key, get up. I'm going to need your help to finish this. Her mouth falls open, but the sound that comes out is unintelligible. Something between a moan and a whimper. Tears begin to well in the corner of her eyes. A crackle of static from the warehouse's PA system cuts in, drowning Key out. Moments later, a cold voice pours through the speakers. Hello, Mr. Nguyen. Hello, Senior Inspector Key. Welcome to the future site of Toho Harbor Complex. You know, you really should have stayed with your pirate friends. You weren't hurting anyone out there. We probably would have left you alone. It still isn't too late to turn back. Go to talk to the orc on the docks. Go back to his fancy boat and never set foot in the Free Enterprise Zone territory again. Or don't and die in this warehouse. The choice is yours. The PA system crackles again and then dies. Key's eyes flutter, then focus. She turns her head to stare at you. Ranneko, listen, I can't help you. Another hit of drain might kill me. I don't think I could even walk straight now. Yeah, I'm getting that. Again, I have to finish this. I'm useless. Remember what you can stand to gain when this is through. You can win this with or without me. You have to. Don't worry about me. I'm on it. Thank you. When it's done, come back to me. We'll radio Mitsuhama and turn this place over to them. And I'll get you your life back. Okay. So this is like the final decision, I'm pretty sure. And the real question, like, I've gotten the sense that a lot of people didn't really like the ending to this, so we'll see what it is and how it goes. Dock wagon, okay, so... Examine the display on the terminal. Charging station. Step away. Ah, the spider drone. I see. And these charging stations are for this fight. Multiple spider drones. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is probably a bad idea, but I'm still gonna do it. Run up, reflex trigger. I really wish I could just say activate both drones. Okay. First thing. Okay, so that thing is nearly dead. Good. That kind of did not stand up nearly to the punishment I expected it to. Move up here. Right now it's feeling very much like, so what were you thinking this would do? Alright, now I am actually gathering people with a very simple, if probably silly goal. And that is, if I gather everyone up together, hopefully they'll try and use grenades on us. Aha. Hey, you span. And you. And you. Okay. Now what we do is we hack it. And then we move over here. And we do a nice big burst on this. And that's basically dead. So let's see. We aim on here. We rabbit here on, I guess, Duncan. And now Duncan. Shoot this one. And again. So close. Good, good. Huh. Well, that's unhelpful. Sure would appreciate it if you wouldn't keep bringing out more of those things. How many of those jerks do they get? That's paying off, isn't it? Okay. Oh, come on. How are you not dead? Thank you. Okay. Now you. Oh, I'm so glad I got that dodge thing! I mean, yeah, people are now hitting me more than I want. Also, just taking out all my AP is super bad for me. Okay, so... No! Oh, that's so bad. I really appreciate it if you'd stop hitting the armor. Well, not the armor, my AP. That's even worse than hitting my armor. Okay. Alright, let's see. Firstly, me. I need to activate my reflex trigger again. And then hack that jerk. So Duncan can kill him. Fantastic. Now, reload this. Find you. Shoot you. Bugger. Alright, let's see how we do. Good. So glad I invested in that. Less glad about that bit, but whatever. Can I repeatedly mark the same target? Nice. Does it stack in terms of actual effects though? I'm guessing no. Okay, move closer. Shoot him many times. Is he grenade him? And then I guess shoot him. And shoot him again. Good job, Duncan. Shoot him many times. Better. And hello. How many more are you coming? 3, 4, 5, 6. Any more? 7. Kinda sick of this, mate. First we deal with these ones, right? Combat mage, I guess. Reload here. Move closer. Burst him. Isabel. Move over here. And then one shot on you. And 2 shots on you. Okay. Duncan. One. 2. 3. Duncan, you gotta hit the enemy. You can't just miss them repeatedly and expect everything to be fine. That is not how this works. That is not how any of this ever works. Just kill them. Sure, it would be good if I could hit. I feel it is cheating that they can fire and then move while I'm firing back at them. Okay, first step, you. There's someone that literally just moved right next to you, so firstly, hack this man. Ah, what? No! Why the... Why did you... Why would you ever do that? That is the dumbest thing you've ever fucking done. How are you not dead? Okay, Govern. Firstly, kill that man. Secondly, dump that on him. Duncan, kill this man. Explain to this STU shock trooper how life is when you charge someone who has several armed drones. Rude. I need that AP. I'm doing things with it. Are you just immune to grenades? Okay, so, firstly. Die? No. Die. Well, it's better than nothing. Okay, now, Duncan. This? Good. You. You're flanked, so I can just sit here and pump 4 rounds into you because of that shot that worked before. One here. I didn't need the full burst there, but sure, whoops. Stop attacking my armor, you ass face. Okay. Here's my plan. Walk up to him, or fly up to him, I guess, and do this. Good. Next, you shoot, kill. We done? No. No, we're never done. Now they have to come in again. In which case, move over here. And auto fire that way, Overwatch that way. Izzy reload. all of your weapons. And then that way, I guess. Gobbet, reload your gun. Where were the doors? Is that a door? Whatever. I'll stick that there. Duncan. Reload your guns. Sandbag shot if anyone comes this way. I was wrong about the door. Crate comes barreling into the room, her weapon drawn. The heavy ballistic plates of her uniform make her look more mechanical than organic, an impression magnified by the coldness of her voice. That was quite a feat, taking down those spider drones. Don't get your hopes up though, your skills won't be enough to save you. You sure about that? We're taking down everything you've thrown at us. Hell, you worked for Jotsang, and you know what we went up against in the Walled City. Your performance in the Walled City was impressive, I'll give you that, but I've still got you outgunned. You may be good, but you're not invincible. All it takes is one well-placed bullet. Glad to hear you feel that way. I was afraid you'd surrender before I got the chance to make you pay for what you did to Carter. Who? Oh, right, the collateral damage from the ambush. That was just business. If your friend didn't want to get shot, she shouldn't have got in the way. Before we get into this, there's something you should know. Make it quick. I'm not getting paid by the hour. I don't like delaying the inevitable. Ah, well, Ares is gonna stab you in the back after they make their move. That's quite a claim. Can you prove it? Well, look at this file I just sent you. See for yourself. She studies the pages of scrolling text that you push to her PDA. Her brow furrows as she reads. Finally, she looks back up at you. Thank you for showing me this, but it doesn't change anything. For the time being, I'm on Ares' payroll. I'm going to have to revisit our arrangement before they make their move, but it doesn't change what I have to do today. It could. Who's to say I didn't kill you in this warehouse? You could disappear. No, can't do it. I've got a reputation to uphold. She shakes her head, but you can read the uncertainty in her expression. Look, I saw a message the crew sent out. It said you're only in this for the money. This is just a job for you. Yeah, and? Just that. You don't have a real stake in how this plays out. You're not a true believer like Lamb was. Ares is all about, like, I don't need ideological reasons to do my job. I just do what I'm paid for, no questions asked. Sound familiar, Shadowrunner? It should. We're not that different, you and I. Ares is all about money too. We just trashed about 1 million new unit spider drones. Who do you think they're gonna blame for that? Point taken, but I'll smooth things over. I always do. You can still walk away from this. No need for any more bloodshed today. There's a long pause. Finally, she acquiesces with a nod. Alright, Ranneko, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. On a count of 3, I'm going to tell my men to lower my weapons. And then we're going to walk out of here calmly, peacefully. You take the warehouse, we disappear. Deal. Then we're out of here. We're pleasure doing business. Oh, and you should know, it was never anything personal, Ranneko. I was just carrying out my client's wishes. First Jotsang's, then Ares's. Same as you do every day. Just, yeah, I get it. We both do our business in the shadows. I knew you'd understand. Okay, good. I'm taking this. It's mine. I earned it. It's also super petty because there's not really any use for it, but it's mine. I earned it. I don't know what the recharging stations were for. Like, I couldn't actually interact with them before. Maybe I could have done something with them during the fight. They seem kind of pointless. I thought that the spider drones would retreat to them or something. The PDA buzzes. The tone is instantly familiar. Kindly Cheng is on the line. Hello, dear. Take it you've secured the Ares facility in Taipo? Yeah, surprisingly well informed, auntie. Our dear friend Jermo has been very good about sending regular progress updates. It's part of his job there, you know. So tell me, what are they doing? What's being stored in that warehouse? Oh, weapons, vehicles, everything you needed to stock a medium-sized military base. Ah, I see. There's a long pause. Candy looks down into her drink, a contemplative look on her face. Finally, she raises it and takes another sip, then sets it down on a nearby table. You know that Key has offered to restore your sin, make a calm call to Mitsuhama Corporate, and you get your old life back. I have a counter-proposal for you. Of course you do, Auntie. I'd expect nothing less. Don't turn the warehouse over to anybody. Burn the fucker to the ground. You do this for me and you'll be set with the Yellow Lotus for life. Every privilege you can imagine, every extravagance, however rare or expensive, it will all be yours for the asking, or for the price of some gasoline and a match. Why burn it? Turning that facility over to Mitsuhama won't stop Ares. It'll force their hand, push them into attempting an immediate takeover of the HKPF. The end result is likely to be long and bloody. Mitsuhama will lose in the end anyway. If Ares Microtechnology is set on taking over the HKPF, nothing will stop them. They have the resources to succeed in the end, no matter how desperately Mitsuhama attempts to resist. So why not just let him do it? What matters if Ares controls police? Use your head, dear. Under Mitsuhama, the HKPF was content to leave well enough alone when it came to the tribes and the territories. They knew which neighborhoods were theirs and which were ours. They did us the courtesy of keeping their noses out of our business. But if Ares were to take over, when they take over, that could all change. They'll likely make a priority of replacing us with an organization they've already got in their pocket. The 44 Knives, perhaps, or the Red Dragon Syndicate. The Yellow Lotus would not survive such a change. One more thing. That Jade Kong you sent us to retrieve, it got broken during transport. It's gone. Who broke it? Was it Key? Did that incompetent bitch break my stone? Oh, she wasn't even there. Must have hit something when the trailer was got airlifted to the Bentang. Ranneko dear, when you burn the warehouse, see to it that Key understands what it means to cross the Yellow Lotus, what it means to cost us money. Nod respectfully. You've heard my offer, and you know what I'm willing to pay. I pray you make the right decision, for all of our sakes. Now we'll save, and then that'll be the end of that. Okay, so. My character kind of loves being a Shadowrunner. My character's super good at it, and was imprisoned before. Like, he doesn't have a huge life to go back to. So I feel like the in-character thing for him to do would be to take it, but for the fact that Duncan really wants out. And Duncan's his brother. Key struggles to lift herself into a kneeling position as you approach. She looks up at you with red-rimmed, horribly bloodshot eyes. The veins in her temples are still throbbing, and you can see red crescents where her nails have bitten into the palms of her hands. Ranneko is Crate. Don't worry about Crate. She's been taken care of. Good. That's really good. Now reach into my pocket and take the PDA. I have something to tell you, Key. I don't think you're going to like it. What do you mean? I got a call from Candy Chang just a moment ago. She wants me to burn this warehouse to the ground. I see. Are you thinking of siding with it? No, I'm going to take you up on your offer, but you better follow through on your promises. I will, Ranneko. Believe it. And thank you. Dial 1343 and tell corporate the warehouse is secure. They'll take care of the rest. Do what you have to do, but know that if you get your sin restored, our time running together is over. You and Duncan get your lives back, but the team dies in this room. You'll be going someplace the rest of us can't follow. Mitsuhama Corporate, please state the nature of your business. No, I think I would do this for Duncan. My character totally well suited to the shadows, but Duncan wants out. Let's side with Q. We're saved. We can always come back and see the other ending. Or I can, at least. Acknowledge. Stand by for evac. I can't believe it. We get our lives back. We're going home. Hope you enjoyed, Gunsher. Hope that you both do. I'm glad I could help you. We all know where our life in the shadow ends. Help me up. We'll wait for him outside. Like, I quite like this as an ending thus far. Because it is like this one ticket out there, but it really comes with a cost. The typo docs are silent, save for the gentle lap of the water against the shore. Senior Inspector Key leans against you, hugging your shoulder for support. The bird you called in should be here any minute now. All we've got to do is wait. What happens after they pick us up? How long until our sins get restored? I'll submit the paperwork as soon as the recovery team gets here. You should officially be people again by the end of the day. Well, I guess that's it, huh? This is where we part ways. When your medevac transport gets here, enjoy the flight, huh? The tone is friendly, but you can't keep the frown out of her voice. Can't imagine we'll be seeing each other again after today. This is a good, strong team. Do me a favor and keep it that way after I've gone. Isabel glances up, scanning the night sky with a frown. Apparently satisfied, she returns attention to you. Don't worry about us. We'll carry on just fine without you. You'll be fine. You all will. And for the first time in a long time. So will we. Key and Duncan wait by your side for the Mitsuhama suborbital transport. Duncan looking more and more impatient as the seconds tip by. The rest of your group is absent. No, they're not your group anymore. Your time working for Kindly Cheng is done. The other runners are now just memories, part of a history to leave behind with Hong Kong. The transport arrives and quickly launches you into the sky. Below, a small fleet of aircraft descend like vultures on the typo warehouse. Mitsuhama reclamation teams come flooding in to seize the advanced tech inside. Ares' conspiracy has failed, its secrets laid bare. What happens from here will be in the corporate council's hands. Key fades in and out of consciousness as your transport's VTOL engines carry the craft away, out of the shadows and into a different life. A deep, bone-rattling shake jolts you awake from a dreamless sleep. It feels like an earthquake, but you can't move. You're strapped into a chair. Gradually, your brain reorients itself. You remember where you are. A transorbital flight, one way, from Hong Kong to SeaTac. At long last, you're on your way home, courtesy of Senior Inspector Fiona Kui and her connections at Mitsuhama. The flight is nearly empty. A red eye out of checked lapcock rarely hosts anyone other than high-level corporate types, jet-setting simstars, and freaks like you. You glance up, catching the eye of the flight attendant standing beside your seat. Drink order, sir? The flight attendant smiles down on you, seemingly oblivious to the turbulence that continues to rock the cabin. We'll be coming by with the cart momentarily, but if you'd like to purchase an alcoholic beverage, I can take your cred stick now. We have beer, wine, and spirits. You know what? A cold beer sounds good to me. 18 Nuyen? Wow. Yeesh. We have a nice black beer from the Taran Basin. 18 Nuyen per bottle. Cred stick, please? Sounds good to me. Thank you, sir. Timmy will be by with your drink in a jiff. Black beer, huh? I heard that's an acquired taste. Still, beer's beer. If it's cold, so much the better. It's my philosophy. Cheers. Anyway, that whole Hong Kong debacle. It's a hell of a thing, wasn't it? A hell of a thing. I'm with you there, but truth be told... let's go. We kicked a demon's god's ass. Got to eat weird food. Not the worst vacation I've ever had, honestly. Me neither, but I'm staying home for a bit. Got to take care of Dad. The way they mess with his brain and all that, well, he's gonna need it. He's still alive and safe in Seattle. We'll be with him in a few hours. Yeah, Ranneko, I will. Weren't you supposed to give him a call after we lifted up, by the way? Yeah, already on it. You dial Raymond's number and it barely has time to ring twice before he picks up. Hello? Ryan, is that you? Yeah, Dad, it's me. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm still getting settled back here, trying to make the place feel home. There's space here for both of you, if you want to stay with me. I'd like that. I'm sure Duncan would too. Wonderful. We can have breakfast waiting for you. No, I'll have breakfast waiting for you when you land. We can all eat together, just like when you two were young. We'll see you soon. Line disconnects. Good talk? You know how Ray is. He threatened us with free food. There's a moment of silence as another wave of turbulence rocks the plane. Got one last question for you. You are going to hang around in Seattle after we get home, aren't you? You're not going to disappear overnight, alright? Well, haven't made up my mind yet. For the first time in a long time, it's my decision to make. Yeah, feels good, I've got to say. And look, if you do decide to leave, I won't stop you. It's your life, and you gotta live it for yourself. But for God's sake, fucking tell me before you run off into the night this time, okay? I will, Duncan. That's a promise. Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna tune out for a while. You should do the same, Ranneko. Take a load off. Enjoy yourself. Duncan wakes up his seat's inbuilt entertainment terminal and begins fishing through menu screens. Within a few seconds, a game of Urban Brawl is playing on the screen. He slips on his headphones and tunes out. Cabin shudders again, more turbulence, but it doesn't bother you. You know you can weather it. You let your eyes flutter shut, and a deep sense of satisfaction washes over you. You've come full circle. You're finally going home. Seattle feels strange after so much time away. It still feels like home, but it's curiously foreign at the same time. With your sins restored, you and Duncan set about rebuilding the lives you once had. Rather than returning to Lone Star, Duncan launches his own private security firm, taking legitimate work from smaller companies. You, Duncan, and Raymond mend old wounds and knit yourselves into something resembling a family once again. You spend your spare time helping the poor and disadvantaged of Seattle. Whether your efforts will make a difference in the long run remains to be seen. For your part, your skills are always in demand, be it helping Duncan when he needs extra backup, investigating mysterious occurrences, or helping corporate clients out of tough situations. It's less of an adrenaline rush than the constant danger of your life in Hong Kong, but it pays well, and it's rewarding enough to keep you satisfied. In the following months, Ares Macro Technology takes over the contract for HKVF from Mitsuhama. The Tolu Harbor complex is completed, and a new heavily militarized police force walks the streets of Hong Kong. Back in Seattle, the city is thrown into chaos when Ranneko Archaeology inexplicably closes itself off from the outside world, trapping its 100,000 residents inside. The UCAS military cordons the structure off, casting a pall over the Metroplex. The feud between the Red Dragon Association and the Yellow Lotus erupts into a full-scale gang war in the 2060s, resulting in the total destruction of the Yellow Lotus. You're unsure of what's become of Kindly Cheng, Gobbert, or Isabel, and you never heard word of them again. You sometimes think back to your time in the shadows, but not often. Over time, the memories fade, dissipating into dreams of friends long gone and nightmares of monsters best left in the past. But for now, it's time to look to the future and the promise that it still holds. And that was Shadows of Hong Kong. That was really good. I'm quite surprised by how little talk I've heard people have over this. Yes, it's a relatively short piece, but it's longer than I thought it'd be, actually. And it kind of has gunfights that go on too long, and I think that's a flaw with just, well, how do we challenge a high-level player? And it's throw more people at him, and that did get a bit annoying. But I did like the ability to play more as the ridiculous badass that you become, and in fact become even more so. So that was nice, and I liked the way that ended, where it's a choice between returning to a more legitimate past or sticking with the shadows. And I think if it hadn't been tying my brother's fate to my own, it would have been a very easy decision. But because of Duncan, and because, you know, I played my character as actually caring about his brother, it was a harder decision. It wasn't just like windmill slam, stick with the shadows, this is where the actual fun of the setting is. It was like, no, actually, life of crime, not a great plan. So, yeah, I'm really glad they made it. I had a lot of fun with it. And, yeah, next time, I'm not even sure that there'll be a next stream, by the way, for those of you watching the stream. Sorry, a stream next week. There'll definitely be another stream in the future. But I got a friend visiting, and so we'll see if we stream together, because he may be up for that. Otherwise, I'll skip next week, and we'll return on 2 Tuesdays from now, so 13 days from now. Until then, have a great time. Bye.